In this video clip, I'm going to show you two ways to add a quiz to a Moodle page. The first one may appear easier at first, but it's a little bit more time consuming. Make sure that your editing's turned on. Click on Add an Activity and select Quiz. Give your quiz a name. And here you can put some kind of introduction if you want. There are a number of options you can choose down here. You can set when the test is available and closed to students. You can put a time limit on the test, and you can set delays between student attempts if you want to. You can also set a limit on the number of questions per page. I usually leave it as unlimited, it's easier. Generally, it's a good idea to shuffle questions and to shuffle within questions, bearing in mind, of course, that that might have a problem of questions that have things like none of the above as one of the distractors. The quiz I'm doing has an unlimited number of attempts. Student can do as many as they want. I don't want it building on the last. I want each attempt to start fresh, and they're going to be graded by the highest grade. We're not going to apply penalties, and we're not going to use decimal digits. Any other questions you have here are very well answered using the help options. I'm not going to put any security or passwords on this quiz because I am building it as a formative quiz. Feedback using the grade boundaries here means that depending on what the final score is on a quiz, students will receive different feedback. So you could say for a student, for example, who received somewhere between 0 and 20% on a quiz, you could suggest that they consulted the Faye Garnham Centre or got additional help. Once you've set all those options, you click on Save and Display, and your quiz is available. And you can choose the question you want. I'm going to do multiple choice question. The question name, give it a name, and I'll show you why in a minute. The question text, I'm going to copy the question text out of a document that I've got here. So there's my question. I'm not going to put a penalty grade on that, and I'm not going to put in any general feedback. There's only one correct answer, and yes, I want to shuffle these. I'm going to select the correct answer first, and that goes in there, and because it's the correct answer, it scores 100%. Give them some feedback, and then I'm going to enter the distractors. I'll just put in 2 distractors for now. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Scroll down to the bottom and save changes. And here you can see the question has been added to the question bank on the page. This is the question name that I gave it, and you'll see if you had a whole lot of questions here that you wanted to build into different quizzes, it would be very difficult just to identify them by the question itself, so it's nice to give them a name that codes the quiz. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this question to the quiz. There it is, there's our first question, and if you want to preview it, you can preview it like that, and there it is. You can see I've copied a bit of formatting across there by mistake. All I would need to do to fix that would be to click on the edit button here and go in and just correct that. Right now I'm just going to delete that because I want to show you a different way to build the quiz. This is actually a more efficient way to build quizzes if you have a number of quizzes to build in one paper. So you go back to your main page and scroll down to your administration block and click on questions, and here you'll see that you've got 4 tabs at the top, and one of those options is import. And what I'm going to do is show you how to import questions that I originally created in Microsoft Word. Here's the Word document. You'll see that there's a bit of coding here. It might look a bit confusing at first, but it's very quick to pick up. The question name is coded with : question name : Then the question text follows immediately afterwards. The correct answer and the distractors appear within curly brackets. Incorrect answers are usually preceded by a tilde, which is in the top left-hand corner of most keyboards, and the correct answer is indicated by an equal sign. I want to add a little bit of feedback, so after each distractor or the correct answer, I use a hash sign and I put in some very basic feedback here. Once I've done all of that, I copy it, I open Notepad, which is under your accessories menu, and I paste the entire document into Notepad. Now I can see some of it's come a bit off screen. It's very important when you do paste it into Notepad to make sure that every question appears separately, so that there's a break in between each question. Then I'm going to save that, so I go File, Save As. So save it as a text document, and it must be saved in UTF-8 format. And that makes sure that when you import it into Moodle, you don't import any of the Microsoft formatting problems. Right, the reason I clicked No on that is because I've already saved it on my desktop. Now I'm going to import it. So I import it as a GIF format. Browse to that text file on my desktop. Quiz questions, open, and click Upload. May take 1 or 2 minutes. And you can see there's an error. In one of my questions, I've neglected to put the curly brackets around, so it's not going to import those. The way to get around that is to click on Import again, click on Gift, and where it says Stop on Error, I'm just going to click No. I'm going to browse to that file. And you can see it's now uploading that file. So there's the one question that had an error on it, so I need to go back and locate that question. All the other questions have imported rather nicely. So we go back to the question bank, and now you'll see why it is so useful to code your questions. We show them all. Imagine the muddle of 206 questions, just all grouped according to the questions. Here you can see. Now I can very, very easily build a quiz. Same process before. I'm going to add a quiz. I'm going to call my quiz the ear quiz. I'm not going to worry with anything set there for now. Save and display. Right, and here we have the quiz. We know we're in the ear quiz now, but there are no questions on the ear quiz, although we have all 206 questions sitting here in the question bank. So I've just got the question bank set to show all questions, and I'm going to scroll down to all the questions that I've coded as being questions relating to the ear. And I'm going to click on those. And I'm simply going to scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on the Add to Quiz button. That'll take a minute. Right, and there we have our ear quiz. Done. There's a maximum grade of 20 because every single question is scored 1. If I want to, I can change the order in which questions appear in the quiz. So I can make question ear 10 the first question in the quiz if I really wanted to. And I can preview them. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click on Save Changes, which will take me back to the main page. And there's my quiz sitting there. I want to preview it just to check. You can see all the questions have appeared perfectly. Much faster than entering them one at a time. I will have a printable version of the formatting that you require on the Moodle site as well, so you can print that out and keep it in front of you if you want to create your own question bank using the import question method.